Fintry is a beautiful provincial park on the west shores of Okanagan Lake. Halfway between Kelowna and Vernon, it has a past to be proud of. A presence to delight campers, birdwatchers, hikers, boaters, swimmers, and with its very special heritage buildings, a future to enthrall all history buffs. Captain Thomas Shorts was the first white man to call the Delta home. In 1882, he preempted what was soon called Shorts Point, but he wasn't really interested in improving the land as the official agreement required. He found it more profitable to provide Okanagan Lake's first commercial transportation. He would row freight and passengers 125 kilometers from Okanagan Landing at the north end of Vernon Arm, all the way to Penticton at the south end. When the CPR sternwheeler splashed into the lake in 1893, they put Shorts out of business. He sold the Delta and it passed through a number of hands until James Cameron Dunwaters appeared on the horizon. He fell in love with the area, bought it, renamed it Fintry after his home in Scotland, and with amazing foresight and ingenuity created a Garden of Eden in the Okanagan. The Laird of Fintry was a fascinating man of contrasts. He was a frugal Scot, but generous too. He revered tradition, but was both innovative and inventive. Dunwaters was no aristocrat, but often dressed so casual he'd be mistaken for a tramp. He was a gracious host, passionate about his beliefs, and a stern but fair employer. He would accept nothing but the best in himself, his staff, or his projects. Dunwaters was a younger son who unexpectedly inherited a fortune at the age of 22. Money allowed him to pursue his love of hunting over all the world, including Canada. In 1908, when he saw and explored Shorts Point, he knew he'd found his dream. Within a year, he bought the Delta and renamed it Fintry after his home in Scotland. His beloved Ellis died in 1924. Shortly after that, the house burnt down. He rebuilt it and moved back in with the Stewarts for company. Kate Stewart had been Ellis's faithful companion, and her brother Geordie was the estate accountant. 7 years later, Dunwaters married again. He chose Margaret Menzies, a recently emigrated Scottish lass, 30 years his junior. After Dunwaters' death, Margaret found Fintry too isolated for her liking, so she moved into Kelowna. Having no heirs, Dunwaters sold Fintry estate to Fairbridge Farm School for $1. This was a philanthropic organization that trained underprivileged children to become farmers. Physically, Dunwaters was a slight man, but he cast a giant shadow across the valley he loved. Its benefits are still felt today.